Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
Welcome once again to this Digital Business Forum. We inspire you and we inform you about going online, starting something online, and going digital. My name is David. I'm a consultant in technology, specifically in cybersecurity, and I'm a digital business owner and mentor. Here I'm hosting with Dorothy N. and Ferry Nkanji. We have a guest from Singapore. We have Janice. We'll give an opportunity to introduce herself at the end of these introductions as our special guest. Let's have Dorothy N. Go at an introduction for those that have not been here before. Please, Dorothy.
Okay, hi everybody. Thank you so much and welcome at the Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired. I'm super excited today because we have somebody from Singapore. You guys, we always come here, bring people in our community who are super successful and sharing their story and how they embraced the digital, businesses. Anyways, my name is Dorothy. If it is your first time to see me, my name is Dorothy Nakalema, and I'm originally from Uganda. I live in the USA currently, and I'm a proud digital business coach. And stay tuned to the end. You're not gonna be the same as we are proceeding with this live. And back to you, David.
Thanks, Dorothy. Very excited. Very excited to have you all join us. Ferry, kindly introduce yourself to our viewers.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you, Janice. Thanks for coming all the way and sacrificing your time. My name is Ferry. I'm an educationist. Yes, I'm all the way also from Uganda. I'm in and out of the States. Yes, I'm doing this business as well. So it's so nice indeed to be here with you at this particular time. What time is it in Singapore, Janice?
It's coming to 7:20 a.m. over here.
Wow. Yes.
Good morning. Yes.
It is quite early, yeah. So ideally, for those that are watching us, our viewers out there, we are here every Sunday as well, again, to inspire you. As David has said, and bring in these people, as Dorothy has said, people that have been successful in our community. And we have very many successful people. So tune in till the end. I was also inspired just like you. I was on the other side just like you, but now I'm on this other side, meaning I made the shift into the online space. So welcome to listening. Back to you, David.
Thank you very much, Ferry. Thank you for that warm introduction. And now, Janice.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Janice.
Thank you for inviting me to be on your sharing, be informed and be inspired. Let me quick introduction about myself. I'm Janice from Singapore. I'm a full-time working mom, and I have 2 daughters, elderly parents. I'm staying with my parents as well. And I have been working in the corporate, in the oil and gas industry for more than 2 decades. So I've been running this digital business for, I just passed my 4 years anniversary. Yep. And yeah, that's about me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for that introduction, Janice. for you out there that you know, a family person, you're a mother, you're a father, and you have people you're taking care of. You know, there's a lot to learn from Janice. That's why we bring people like Janice to you, all sorts of people from all walks of life to share their experiences. She's been in the digital space for, she just mentioned 4 years.
4 years, yes.
Wow. She's been in this digital space for 4 years, and she's still going. Um, yes, I have something for you. I have something for you, Janice. Can you share with our audience your journey into the world of digital online business? What inspired you to venture into this space?
Actually, I wasn't being inspired, as in, it was a situation I was in before, right? So, as I mentioned, I was in the oil and gas industry. So in this industry, my 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 time schedule is actually 24/7.
Mm,
So, for the past decades, I've been like waking up in the middle of the night, spending time on my laptop, even though I am on a vacation. When it's festive seasons like Christmas, New Year, I make sure I bring along my laptop in case there's emergency and I need to attend to it. So I don't have actually I'm required to work 24/7 in this industry. All right. So when I was younger, of course, health was okay. I can manage. And but of course the income is also on the better side. All right. So and then things wasn't well, as in it became I became the sole breadwinner for the family, as because my husband aged, and there's COVID, and after COVID he couldn't find a job, and I was the only person bringing income to the family. So at that point of time, I was very stressed because there was a job rotation to my work, and the new boss that I was engaged with,
mm,
uh, he doesn't really, he wasn't really favoring me because I don't know, somehow we just don't click, right? And things does happen in the corporate, right? And
Yeah.
I was very stressed. I broke down. I was into depression because of the whole situation I was in. I needed that job
mm.
for my bread and butter, right? It's it's how my family gonna survive.
Right.
That's my only rice bowl that I was holding on. So it was so precious that I was so afraid to break it at that point of time, right? And then my so-called relationship with my husband wasn't good because, of course, if it's financial related, it's always in the middle of our relationship,
Right.
right? And yeah, so just at this point of time, I was actually lying on my bed and was just scrolling through my Facebook feed, and I happened to saw a mom of three. She was sharing about this digital business, and it caught my attention.
Right.
That's about it. I think before that, it was because I wanted to change industry, because I wanted to like step out from the oil and gas and do something else, because I know even if I change a job, I hop to another job in the same industry, eventually the life will still be 24/7, right? And
Right.
and so I was, and that point of time, digitalization is already on the trend, up on the trend. So I was looking like going to courses on on learning about online marketing, so that I can actually have another so-called certification. So and I think because of this search, SEO, we in our term, that created that this business opportunity into my Facebook feed,
Right.
right? And it caught my attention that it was something very new to me, and that Mother Sharing, which is my coach, then it somehow just attracted me to find out more,
Mm.
right? So, and I took that step to understand what is that whole thing. So I would say it's an opportunity that came to me at my lowest point of my time.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you very much for your submission, Janice. Very interesting. Full-time working mom. You saw a social media ad of a three, of a mom of three, right? That's the ad that changed your life.
Yes.
It's a very interesting way how sometimes what we see actually resonates, and then we're able to take a leap of faith. Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, as a sole breadwinner, I can imagine the weight it has on your shoulders. Okay, especially after the
Mhm.
pandemic. I saw things happen during the pandemic.
Yep.
Families, the pandemic broke families,
Yeah.
because
Correct.
you know what's interesting, Janice? There are people that had never been together in the house for that long in their lives. There are
Yeah.
people that have been married, but they have never spent that amount of time together
Mm.
without doing anything. You know what I mean? Because
Correct.
people are in a relationship, they're in a marriage, but on Monday they go out and work. Okay, so they're away from each other. They have all these things on their mind. Then they have kids to take care of. Then they have the weekend to each other, and it becomes a bit of a refreshing moment until the
Mm.
pandemic, where from Monday to Monday you're not going anywhere. The kids are not going anywhere. The kids are demanding. You know how kids can be demanding for attention, for things to eat, their chowders. They want to eat, So they're there. You're there with your husband. He's not going anywhere,
Yeah.
It's stressing. You need money.
Yes. Correct.
Oh, man.
So I would say, David, uh, to touch on what motivated me to start or join this field, so-called, or start a business of my own, right? We are all starting a business of our own, right? So what actually motivated me is actually looking back into how I was progressing in my past years,
Right.
right? So I mean, I witnessed how my husband, he's already above 50s. I
Right.
witnessed like how he was struggling to find a job. Of course, and that situation um uh caused us to cause unhappiness in our life, right?
Right.
And I am already approaching 50. So it's an experience for me to learn from his story.
Right.
Then I will be in that stage. And similarly, in my industry, I've been seeing people who has spent their 20 over years in that same company, but
Right.
end of the day, they are still being asked to go. And there was no valid reason, just that, they are not performing. So
Right.
then the question to me is like, wow, you spent 20 over years in the same company,
Right.
you are dedicated, you are loyal. After 20 over years, you tell me that they are not performing. So what has they been doing for the past 20 years?
Right.
Right. And then I it's a look back on myself. What do I want to achieve, or what do I want to see in myself in the next 10 or even 20 years?
Right.
I am stuck in this industry that is oil is a rich money industry. We can, there's no, it's a fact about it, right? And, but do I want to be hooked on to it because of the money that they give and they trade you off with your time? So that's a question I asked myself back then. What is it that I want to do in the future?
Right.
Is it that same kind of life I have been spending off, giving up a lot of milestone, always, screaming at my children for pestering me when I'm in the middle of a meeting or I'm in the middle of a call, right? When I'm tired, waking up the next day and I still have to attend to them. So these are not the same lifestyle that I want to continue on.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. We are saying that it's not too late because, like Janice said, she was entering her 50s, and we're telling you out there, it's not too late if you're looking for a change. Because she mentions change. She had done a job and she was in an environment that was kind of wasn't progressing, but they were there for 20 years. So it was like, where do I see myself? And we're saying, if you're looking for a change, okay, or a transformation, okay, you're not too far away from it. You're just a decision away. Just as Janice told you, it's now been 4 years. She's a digital business coach who made a decision 4 years ago when things were at a stall, okay? Why we say today is a very special occasion is that you're hearing a story from somebody who at least went through a rough time, and we know that the world had stopped around that time, around the COVID time. That was the time to think through things. For those that were not doing essential jobs, that's when we learned that some jobs are actually essential. If you're in healthcare, you're running an essential job, or if you're anywhere where the world rotates around you, then you're essential. Otherwise, the rest of so many out there, their jobs would go at a standstill and the world wouldn't stop moving. So that's what they were telling us. So, and for the majority of people that were not in that category, it was a very stressing situation. Thank God, Janice saw an opportunity and took it on. I would like to have Ferry have a short comment about that. As Dorothy, you prepare to have your short comment as well. And then we'll have Ferry come back with the second question to our guest. But as we do that, please share your comment and we'll proceed.
Wow, Janice. Thank you, David. Thank you, Janice, for sharing. That was really touching. Yeah, it was really, really touching. But you're not alone in this. As so many, many, many families, as David said, broke up and so much happened during that time, indeed. But what I like the most is that you took that time to reflect on yourself. Yes, to see, because so many of us push our children to school, go to school, get an education, get a job. Okay, then when you get the job, work and get paid. Some of us are paid highly. Yes, a highly paid employee, but you're still working for somebody else, And when you enter into this employment, your money keeps on reducing. Even if you're getting whatever kind of money, every month you keep on reducing, spending, because you're working full time, you're employed full time, you can't think. Your head and mind is all in one place. So to break that, the pandemic did you well because ideally it pushed you to stop, totally stop and think and reflect and make a change and look for ways on how to make the change happen. And because you're in that mode, the mind was already engaged into transitioning, engaged into shifting. You saw an advert that resonated with you, you see? So you have to be already in the mood for change to actually happen. So I'm learning from you quite a number of things. So you have to pause. When you think things are not going your way, you have to pause and reflect and see, what else can I do to change this situation? Let me not just die doing the same. What am I going to leave behind for my children, the legacy? For your children and all that. So thank you so much for the submission. I really, really touched and moved by that. And I have a second question coming in for you.
Ferry, maybe before that, let's hear what
Yes.
Dorothy has to comment on this first one
Okay.
before you can come in. Yes, Dorothy.
All right. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much, our guest, for today, for that touching story. For me, when you're submitting, it just showed me that no matter, even if you are in that essential or you're in a professional, let me say you are in a healthy industry, like by the time they needed you, but now to the other side, our guests were thinking about two things. Well, COVID is here, but even my husband and me approaching a certain age, will I still be doing what I was doing before? So, however much you are essential and you can, however much anything like you are in lockdown, anything happens, you can still report to your daily job. But then you have to think about that if you're closing that age, whereby some professionals or even some employers, you're going to get, once you start to approach your 60s, you're going to find out that they're going to start now cut off your hours, because now they are looking for the energetic people to come in. Now they realize that, this person is now maybe a month is going to be off, like over a week. When they calculate, it's almost a week you have a day off because of your healthy conditions, or anything can happen because you're approaching those ages whereby everybody is like, I need my time. I need to slow down because now your body is demanding that. So if you're out there and you are, you're in that sector whereby, or for me, even if COVID came, I was still reporting at my, daily job. And actually, they were even giving me overtime because I was risking my life. Then think about that time too. Okay, so I'm glad that our guest had to shift her mind. So let us not wait for that time whereby you are shifting your mind on pressure and by force, because that's where the world is taking you. Because all of us, actually, most of us, we started to shift when COVID came in. Even I myself, I'm not going to tell you that I had thought of starting something online. But when in COVID, by the way, when I came in the United States, as you all know, all we immigrants, we love to go back to school, and you go in that nursing sector. But then when COVID came, while I was even thinking of all those things, I realized that, okay, now we can go in lockdown, whereby nobody can leave the house. However much you went to work, if you're a nurse, if you're a doctor, but you yourself, you even realize that, okay, I'm risking myself. So now you just have to weigh your life and your and money. What is better? Because at the end of the day, once you are down, once you are bedridden, trust me, your employees are going on Indeed, LinkedIn. They are going to replace you, right? Actually, it doesn't even take them an hour to be replaced. So you just have to think about it, that whatever you are doing, one day, one time, if you cannot report on that regular job, are you able to do something for yourself? Like, are you able to earn while in a comfort of your home? It doesn't need you to be physically to be in that place for you to earn. So that is for me for today about the submission on that. And back to you, David.
Thank you very much, Dorothy. Very nicely put. Thank you, Ferry, for your submission, and thank you, Janice, for that first submission. As we have Ferry come in, yes, Dorothy, you mentioned that the pandemic brought an opportunity. Like they say, with every challenge is a silver line. With every adversary is a silver line. Actually, I think that's the saying. So, meaning, even when you see a challenge, always take it upon yourself to look for that silver line. When there's a challenge, take a step and ask yourself a question. What can I benefit from this challenge? Where is the silver line in this challenge? While people were locking down and closing businesses, I worked a corporate job, and I'll tell you what these guys did. Okay, IT company doing IT stuff, and in disaster recovery, purely IT. They went into logistics and manufacturing and delivering. What's it called? Protective gear, head masks. Face masks. Are they head? What do you call those masks?
It's face masks, guys.
Face masks. Face masks. Sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. That's what the company did. A tech company chose to take advantage of what was going on. They saw a need and they certified it and made billions of US dollars just selling PPE. It was called PPE, personal protective equipment. You know, so with every challenge, with every adversary is a silver line. I'm glad that our Janice was able to see, pause, and take a moment and take advantage of what was happening. I, for one, I just used that time for education. I did some certifications just to upgrade my skills. That's what I did, because there was so much watching TV until I realized, hey, where are we going with this? But I wish I had seen an ad just as Janice. I should have jumped in early, you know? So yeah, you were a lucky one, Janice. Ferry, please, with our next question.
Yes. Well, thank you, David, again. So, Janice, how have you been able, or how are you able to identify a good opportunity to jump on? Because there are very many opportunities out there. There are very many scammers out there. You saw this advert and you resonated and acted upon it. How were you able to identify that this is a good one? Because it is a good one. That's why you're here 4 years after the decision making, yes?
Yeah.
So how were you
So
able to identify this?
actually, I had tried other sidelines before, like other sidelines to gain passive income, but the other sidelines, they need my time in terms of like selling inventories, or explaining how the product works, things like that. So I didn't so-called sustain in that sidelines because of I really don't have time, you know, and it's draining a lot of my energy as well. So when I saw this opportunity, firstly, without having to sell the product, attracted me. And the most important thing is I am able to own a digitalized platform,
Right.
without having to fork out a lot of money from my own.
Okay.
I think that's the best catch. So then again, there's always many opportunity out there, and you can keep on searching and sourcing, and every time you search and source, you have to understand. And then again, it's my time that's being sacrificed, because it's I would say every platform may have their pros and cons.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So then why not just stick on one and pursue it, and and just chase after your goals with whatever you have.
Right.
Right. So what is a good opportunity? The good opportunity is always now.
Right.
When I learn about it, I understand about it. No point going to the market and look for more. It's not a job that we are looking for. You know, even if we are if we are looking for a job, once you may be sending 50 or hundreds of resume, you may be getting only 20 and 30 of interviews. End of the day, you only get one offer or maybe two, right? So it's the same running a business. There's so many opportunity out there. How many can you compare and weigh the pros and cons and then finally make a decision?
Right.
The only disadvantage, right, is the time that you spend on your own.
Right.
Yeah. So I would say, once you see something that you like, just go ahead. So when I saw that, it was something that I am comfortable with. It gave me, I saw the light at the end of my other tunnel, and I just have to go through this tunnel to find my life.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
Thank you, Janice.
Yeah. Yes.
Janice moved on what we call a gut feeling. Okay.
Mhm.
Janice saw an ad. Janice resonated with that ad. He said, there is something here. So she took advantage of it and said, with both feet. She took she listened to her gut feeling and said, I have a good feeling about this. And she had that tunnel vision. She was like, this is it, and I'm going all the way. The other person that I know that did the same thing is that Coach Dorothy. When she mentioned that when she heard of this online business, she also moved on gut feeling and tunnel vision. She said, I'm going to do this thing. I have a good feeling about this thing. She focused and did it. So yeah, now I'm seeing the people that have made such a profound transition, or that have, we call them action takers. Okay. They have something. They're moved on instinct, gut, and they have tunnel vision. When they're going in, they're going all the way. And part of going in all the way involves paying that $149 to do the due diligence, entering the global community, talking to people, doing your research. And after all, it's risk-free, meaning if you don't like it, if it's not for you, your money is refundable, 30 days refundable. So you get in, do your due diligence, the tunnel vision I'm talking about, go in, go as deep as that rabbit hole goes, and find out for yourself if your answers are what you were expecting. Then you have an opportunity of a lifetime to transform your life, just as Janice did. If it's not for you, then you can always move on to something else. And again, with the same spirit, good gut feeling, tunnel vision, try it, go all the way and see what comes out. Thank you for your submission, and it's a wonderful one, Janice.
Yeah.
Dorothy, do you, this was actually Ferry's question. Ferry, I'll bring you in to comment and say something before we can let
Yes.
Dorothy come in.
Thank
with a
you.
comment.
Thank you. Thank you. Janice has mentioned over and over again that she looked into it. She learned about it. That's the phase David is talking about, the 149, you go in and see exactly what it's all about and then make an informed decision whether you do it or not. But again, she also mentioned something else. She said, why should you try so many when you're comfortable where you are? Ideally, with this kind of business, since she doesn't have too much time, there's automation. There is an automated system to run in the background as she does the work. And there's training for anyone who is not capable to do anything about the online space, or you don't have any skills, prior skills. There's training already for you. And there are very many other people in the community, the same way we are there, supporting one another to succeed. I think she's comfortable because the environment is friendly and welcoming and warm. And thank you so much for answering Janice, that
No
was a good
problem.
one. Yeah,
All
thank
right.
you. Back to you, David.
Oh, thank you very much, Ferry, for your comments and submission. Dorothy, do you have anything to add on?
Because of time, because we have 10 minutes for our guests, so I think I would just go straight to my question. But good enough, whatever you submitted, it's really resonating with me. And I believe let me go to our last one.
Okay, please.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So, were there any moments when you felt like giving up? And if so, what motivated you to keep going?
Oh, many times. I think in the Chinese, right? Like I'm a Chinese.
Oh,
So we always believe that and I'm a Buddhist. And we always believe that in any startup, whatever you do, be it it's a business or a job, the initial stage is always tough, right? And I think this is very common, regardless of your religion, regardless of your race, right? If everything is so easy, I think in this world there are many millionaires,
Right.
right? So if you want to go through a tough process, if you are in a corporate, your way out is only to find another job,
Sure.
right? But if you are running a business, digital business is very easy to give up because you don't have a physical store, you don't have employees that you need to manage, you don't have for our case, we don't have an inventory that we need to manage. When we said, okay, I don't feel like doing it, we just shut off immediately. We don't have to handle any back end or to dissolve a company, right? So to give up in this business is very easy. It's just like, okay, I'm not doing it. That's it, right? So how do I keep myself motivated, keep myself going? I am always grateful to the community that I'm in. I'm always grateful to the business partners that I have come across. And I've been in the corporate for 20 over years, but I have colleagues overseas, but colleagues are just colleagues, but starting this digital business, I have business partners that I know globally and turn into friends. I have contact in Canada, Taiwan, Australia, right? And which I didn't used to have. So it's really the community that keeps you going because we all are in the same journey. We are going through business where you get business partners to inspire you and motivate you, and they are able to guide you. And if you are if you need a talking partner, there's always somebody there to hear you out. And some some even come to me to share their story, and that's how we actually. It's usually like friends talk, right? You only share your sorrow with your best friends. Girls talk, maybe usually. I'm not sure about guy, David. Guy, maybe they do it over beer.
Guys,
I don't know.
guys just find a ball to kick. Oh, they go.
Yeah. So for girls, we always do girls talk, right? So, and 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 that's what I find in this business where, um, it's always a lot of inspiring journey that keep me going. Yeah.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Janice. Wow. Thank you, Janice. The human element in it is that, yes, you found it challenging, okay, which is a fact for anybody that is doing a business. If it were easy, then everybody would be a millionaire or everybody would be doing it. But
David,
Yes, sir.
your audio, your sound.
Can you hear me now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever is happening today. Okay. How about now? Better?
Yes.
Yes, Janice, thank you for your submission. Was saying that, the human element in it is that you accepted and acknowledged that, oh yeah, there were moments when you felt like it was heavily weighing on you, which is a fact because you're the breadwinner at home, starting up a new business with all its new challenges. Of course, you needed to find middle ground and start moving things. You're a coach, you're a business coach now. To me, that tells me you've scored and succeeded, quite well in this business. Kudos to that, and thank you for sharing that. I would like Dorothy, the one that asked you the
Oh,
question, to
I
comment.
think I want to add on is that, every time I feel like giving up, then I will again reflect again, what am I going to do if I want to give up? All right.
Yes,
Am I going to start another business and I'm going to just hang on to my job?
right,
Or it's always a question that I ask myself, like, what is it that I want in the future?
right.
And that question, when you are asking yourself, you are reflecting and you are planning again, right? If you were to give up today, what's going to happen tomorrow?
The why.
It's a very simple question, for anyone who has doubt in, or who are lost in their journey, be it you are just an employee or you are also in another business, right? It's a very simple question that you always ask yourself. Why and what is it that you want?
Oh,
Thank you,
oh,
Dorothy.
thank
Here's your opportunity. You asked the question.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, our guest. Honestly speaking, all the points you gave out, they are really like if you're starting up a business, actually, if you don't have a community, that is the first thing. Even if it's not a community, but do you have a mentor or a coach who went through what you are going to go through, who is ready to mentor you? So I'm happy that you mentioned that whenever you think about of giving up that period, you just think about the community you have. You think about the people who are successful in Australia, in US, in Canada, and you're like, what are they doing, to be successful? That takes me back that people surrounding you, they can determine your success or even your failure. Because I always hear David saying that if you have 5 friends which are billionaire, you are the 6th billionaire coming, right? So that means if have 6 friends failure, you are the 7th one to fail. So and the other thing is that you mentioned about your why, like you think about what you studied, because trust me, I always sometimes give my examples like when you're giving birth, however much when you think about like, or maybe my kid is coming 7 years, I would love to get another one. So you just think what you went through, like giving birth, that labor time and that kind of things. You're like, okay, you have to prepare your mind, to go through that again. So that means if you started up a business, it is somewhere, and now you're thinking of starting up something whereby now you're starting again from scratch. You are like, let me focus here, because to be honest, consistent and determination and focus, that is the only thing can lead to success. Even if you start up something else, but in the middle you're going to give up, then you will not get, you will not get to your destination. So and that is it about my submission, David. Back to you, and thank you so much, our guest, for today. It is really awesome.
Oh, thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Ferry. Very wonderful discussion tonight. Janice, would like to, send you off with a simple one. Can you share any valuable lessons or insights you've gained from your experiences as an online business owner? Can you share something? You are a business coach. What can you share with our people that are out there that are seeing us tonight and they've never thought of doing anything online? They've never thought of digital business. They just hear about it or they've seen an ad somewhere but don't move. What kind of,
Advice.
advice can you share? Anything valuable or a lesson that you can share
Yeah.
with them so you inspire them? And
I think, I mean, from my own experience, I wasn't looking for a business, right? I was looking for a change in the industry,
Wow.
right? But then again, the important thing is change. Why did I wanted to change, right? To change the industry, I would have the disadvantage on that if I were to change an industry that time is definitely a pay cut because I have no prior experience in another industry, right? But to build a business, coming to understand this business opportunity, it was a chance that I can plan and gain a lifetime business that I can take control of. So I didn't plan for this. Things just came for a reason, and this reason, and I'm very grateful that I chanced upon this business unintentionally, but I'm grateful to myself that I took the opportunity to understand. Right? Many people out there, I believe, they have a same mindset. Everybody wants time freedom. Everybody wants financial freedom. Everybody wants to have more time to do things they are passionate of. But the question is how. So if people out there, you are searching for something, or you probably have been working for a long time, you have no retirement plans, and you are looking for one. So if you are looking for one, I would think that the most important thing is don't just step at the front of the tunnel. You can be looking and looking, and then at the end of the day, you got 10 tunnels in front of you. You wouldn't know which one to enter.
of course,
Right? Because you will never know what's at the end of the other tunnel. For us, when you join the program, as in you take the next step to the 30 days refundable policy, we show you what's the end of the tunnel. But then you will have the fear that, oh, I see it, but as I go, can I go through it and reach it? That would be your fear. But whether you can you can ride the roller coaster to the destination or not, it's the step is whether you are willing to sit on it, buckle the belt, and enjoy the ride. Simple as that.
wow. Thank you. Thank you very much, Janice. Viewers out there, Janice made a lucky find. Lucky, and as she put it, it was a lucky find that she landed on this ad that resonated, and with her tunnel vision, went straight to it. We are saying, don't wait to get lucky. You've heard from her, okay? We have been talking about the same business over and over again. Yours is a simple one. Take action, okay? Just to take action. That's your easy part. The hardest part has been done for you. Janice has been doing this for 4 years. It was a lucky find. We are here to support you, throughout this journey. And if you're looking for a change or a transformation, because the question was simple: how were you able to stay in and say, hey, I needed a transformation, I needed a change for my industry. There are not so many out there, but I landed, I found this was my lucky find. I found it and I took advantage of it. And at the end of the day, I'm smiling. We're saying, okay, if it's today that you're listening to this and it strikes a nerve, then yours is the easy part to take up. Ferry, as we plan to wind up, please prepare to say farewell to our guest and thank any gratitude words as we wind up.
Yes. Thank you so much, Janice. Thank you, our viewers out there, for tuning in and staying with us all this time. Yes, it's not easy. It's not easy. We know change has never been easy. We hold ourselves, even we talk ourselves out of change. But trust me, if she can do it, we can all do it. If we have done it, and we're here telling you we took the leap of faith as well and did it, so I think also you can stop sitting at the fence, take action, as David has told you over and over again. Thank you so much, Janice, for coming. Thank you to our viewers. And we hope to hear more of you next time as you tell us more about this journey. Yes. So you're most welcome, Janice, to join us next time. Yeah.
Thank you
So
for
we're
the
not going to
invite.
read the
Thank you very
comment.
much.
You're welcome.
Yes, as the comments not today because of time, and we shall see you next time. Over to you, David.
All right. All right. Thank you, guys, and bye-bye.
All right.